Welcome to the Todd Shapiro Show on SiriusXM Channel 168, Canada Laughs. Today's show's brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Pizza. Right now, you can get a large 16-inch pizza with 2 toppings, 3 cans of Coke, and new funnel cake sticks for only $19.99. All at pizza.ca. Bacardi, check out Bacardi's newest product, a red spiced rum called Fuego, and get your Fuego face going. Our newest sponsors, Alex Garcia. Alex is an advisor at Sun Life Financial and can help you from investing your hard-earned money to all of your insurance needs. Contact him at alex.garcia@sunlife.com. MGR Construction, turn your renos into a reality with MGR Construction. From small home repairs to complete custom home builds, MGR has you covered. Go to mgr-cs.com to get started today. Check out the Sundance Spa Store. Go to the sundancespastore.com/Todd. Save $500 above and beyond any promotion for big savings on your dream hot tub. RazorCompany.com, because shaving shouldn't be a painful experience. Stubble-free, trouble-free. Shave your life. OxygenPlus.com, 95% pure oxygen in a can for a safer and healthier energy boost. Got style, shop Got Style at GotStyle.ca, and dress a sexy. Alex Gore. Alex is an awesome realtor for Royal LePage Signature, focusing in the GTA, but can help you buy or sell a home anywhere in Canada. Contact him at alexgore.ca, 81,000. It's a new hope for men suffering from erectile dysfunction. Go to 81,000.ca to find out more. We're entering a team in the road hockey to conquer cancer. Do you want to join our team and help raise funds for the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation? If so, email Todd at thetoddshapiroShow.com and give back by scoring goals.
It's getting it time for Todd to make come true all your dreams. He'll soon be with you, my loves, wearing his drop crotch jeans. He'll be with you, darling, soon. He'll be with you in his $400 scarf
that his wife bought him. He got pissed at her. Hey, Toddy?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Now the show is starting. There'll be a happy ending in the sunshine of time. Yeah.
Which showed that record was the exact same record as the Blue Jays in 92 and 93. Oh, what were those years, Roderick?
The winning years.
Oh, my God.
Those were winning years.
Winning years.
Because we won a World Series.
Yeah.
We made it happen. We brought it. So the Blue Jays are kicking ass. A big 5-1 win last night against Cleveland. They're absolutely killer. And I don't know if you watched the game last night. And we don't talk sports too much, do we?
No.
We should maybe talk sports a little more. Sports. Do we have that idea anywhere on here?
Sports.
I don't even know. Yeah, right here. I think we do. Listen to this. It's time to... No, maybe we don't have it. Fuck. That way to sports.
Sports! Sports. That was it.
That was fine. That was a great idea.
That's pretty good, right?
That was fantastic.
You're good, man. Where is it on here?
Click everything.
Click everything.
What are dicks? Oh, Doctors in Conversation. Remember those
Doctors
guys?
in Conversation.
Remember these guys?
Can't go wrong with the dick. You got healthy eyes. I won't let you see other guys with doctors in conversation.
Remember those fuckers? Remember these guys right here?
So your nana's dead. Can we crash in her bed? We're doctors in conversation.
Oh, fuck. Doctors in Conversation.
Couple of dicks.
Couple of dicks, man.
I was looking for the sports ID, and when did I find this one?
So your nana's dead. Can we crash in her bed? We're doctors in conversation.
It's a fair question.
Anyway, if you watched that Blue Jay game last night, it is a pretty fair question. Let's be honest here. This Josh Donaldson, he tags for a run from third base to home on like a shallow fly ball.
Yes.
Something that even the fastest runner in the league might have been like, you know what? Nah, I'm not going at it because it's gonna hurt. Like I said, when you go that fast in the home base, you're either going like crashing the catcher or doing a ridiculous side that hurts.
That and Major League Baseball players play 3 games a day for 4 years straight, right?
Yeah, it hurts.
That's how long the season is.
You don't want to. There's too many games.
No, way too many games.
But I mean, good. I really wish I found that idea. I can't find it anyway. And then he slides home, and I'm thinking to myself, that is a fucking leader. He's already the MVP. He doesn't need to go and do that. But what an example to set as a leader.
It's amazing, right? I've been so inspired by the Blue Jays' recent victories, and just the fact that they're doing so great that I've decided to start something new in the program, back rubs for Blue Jays. So I'm going to give a back rub with a massager to anyone who wants one. Back rubs for the Blue Jays.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of massager is that? It looks a little weird.
It's for back rubs.
I don't think so.
It's for back rubs. That's.
Did you back rubs for BJ's? Is that what he said?
Back rubs for BJ's, and it's a promotion we're doing on the show now. I should have ran it by you before in our meeting, but
I don't mind. We had a big meeting today, by the way. Thank you very much for dedicating 2 hours of time at my house today. We ordered pizza. We had a couple of beers. We had some Amsterdam, and it was great. What is that?
It's a back rubber for BJ's. You hear that? It's good for your back.
Oh. Remind me just to get back to that in a second.
Okay.
Because I just want to talk about what else is going on in Toronto. Which makes it... You know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. What?
For BJ's.
Mr. Jay Brody,
Yeah.
We have a big show lined up here on the program today. We have Andy Kindler. You know who Andy Kindler is?
He's a comic that stirs up a lot of shit in the comic community every year with his annual State of the Union address, the State of the Comic Union address at JFL.
This year he went after Seinfeld.
He went after Seinfeld hard.
Big time.
Yeah.
And we also have, do you know who, have you heard of this guy named Jim Norton?
Jim Norton is a legend. Just a legend, especially, since we're on Sirius XM. Jim Norton's been with Opie, formerly Opie and Anthony, now the Opie and Jimmy show.
It's wild. He's calling in today. Andy at about 5. Jim Norton about 5:20. We have all these guys calling in. And I need to find out about the back rub for BJ's. But before we do that, we have to make a quick call. And we're gonna clean it up. Now she's a teenager. She's like she's under 18.
Yeah.
But she's huge. Her name is Joey King. So we're going to call Joey King because Joey King's in Montreal, and we have a lot of listeners in Montreal, and we don't want to alienate anyone. So as much as I was talking about how great Toronto is, I think my point of it all is we welcome all of your cities. Let's be honest on Montreal. Our baseball team's doing a lot better than yours.
Do you think aliens say we don't want to humanize anyone?
Yes, they do. That's
We don't want to humanize anyone. How dare you humanize that person? They can be included. We don't want to humanize any of you. And if you're listening to me on the phone right now, Joey King, I do not always talk like this.
How are you? Joey King's on the show. How are you, Joey?
Good. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Got it. My phone was being...
Boom. There.
I started FaceTiming this number, and I'm like, what?
Are we FaceTiming one another? Because I'm sorry if you have to see us.
Oh, no. I think it was an accident. That'd be nice.
Good. Hey, Joey, you are like this young starlet that's taking this world by storm. You're crushing it everywhere. You're even in a movie with Zach Braff. Wish I was here. What a great young career you've had so far. Tell us, when did you get into acting?
I started acting when I was 4 years old.
So 3 days ago. Wow, and then where are you from, Joey?
I am from Los Angeles. I was born there and raised there. One of the few. So I've been acting for 12 years now, and I love it so much.
My goodness, and you're so great at. What was your big break?
Break was definitely Ramona and Beavis when I was 9 years old.
Well, sorry, your phone is breaking up here a little bit, Joey. What was the big break there?
And I think that White House Down.
We're gonna have to. Yeah. Jay.
The phone wasn't working, Todd.
Should we try her back? Let's try her back.
Let's call her again.
Call her back. Yeah, Joey King's. She's 16, 17 years old. You don't want to. You got to be polite. Yeah. We'll get down to that. Bad timing for the contraction you brought in, but we'll Jay had to take it off of him. We'll find out what that is later. If you heard the top of the show, Joey King, a young actress, is doing got a big movie premiere in the Montreal World Film Festival on September 5th. Big deal. She stars with actor. What a dude this is. You remember Usual Suspects, this guy? Kevin Pollak?
Yep.
You remember that guy?
Yep, I remember him.
What a beautster.
Oh,
Rod Strick. Rod Strick. You kidding me right now, sir?
I'm not kidding you.
Oh, she calling us back? Yeah. Dude, she already got our number. How cool is that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, those kids these days.
Highlight of the show so far.
That's proactive.
Yeah.
No one's ever called us back. Joey King, you found our number on your phone and just called us right back, right?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. My ear hung up on you.
No, you know what? It's probably those Hollywood Hills. The reception's terrible there.
I'm in New York right now, actually.
Yeah, it's the Hollywood. It's
those New York hills.
Those huge hills in New York.
It's the New York skyscraper.
Yes. Joey, so you're telling us about your big break in acting.
Yes. I don't know where it cut off because my ear put you on hold as well. I think my big break was definitely Ramona and Beavis. It opened up a lot of opportunities for me, and it was so much fun. I was 9 years old when I filmed it, but since then I've gotten to do some great films that got me, gave me some jump starts like White House Down and Wish I Was Here as well.
You had a brief role in Dark Knight Rises, didn't you?
I did, yes.
What was your role there?
I played young Talia al Ghul. And that was such a cool experience for me because I'm such a big fan of the Batman films, and being involved in any way, shape, and form was incredible.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That's like that's probably one of the coolest movies of all time to be able to say that.
And now I get to tell people I escaped from prison. So, haha.
Yeah, you know. Don't tell too many people that because a lot of people might actually ask how. They'll need that advice. There's a lot of bad people in this world. Joey King, your name Joey King. Joey. Do some people originally like, oh, Joey, like a dude's name? Do people care about that stuff anymore?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I couldn't hear you.
The Joey King, your name. Do people care? Like, did at first where they're like, oh, Joey King's here for the audition. It's for a female part. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah, definitely. I've gotten a lot of people, like a lot when I sometimes have been to hotels before. They're like, Mr. King. I'm like, no. It's definitely. I'm named after my grandfather, whose name was Joseph, and Joey's my full name. It's not short for anything. So a lot of people have before had been a little confused with that, but I think in a way, like I love my name. I think it's really unique, and I wouldn't want any other name.
Joey, you're a very young actress, 16 years old, doing so much, and we'll talk about what you're doing in Montreal, the Montreal World Film Festival in a moment with Kevin Pollak, and that's exciting stuff. But before we get into that and talk about its premiere, I wanted to ask you your take on, I'm a 42-year-old guy. I just brought a kid into this world, and I start to watch things like the Video Music Awards and the Miley Cyruses of this world, and I just think, wow, I can't imagine the influence she has on the younger generation. And in my opinion, as lowbrow as I can be and as juvenile as I am at times, and the program is, we speak to an adult audience. But when you're speaking to young teenagers, do you have a problem with that stuff sometimes? Because I see you do it with Nothing But Class.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of the people out there who have a high position of power, and sometimes they don't use it for the best things they could use it for, but sometimes they make up for it in other ways. And I think that there's a lot of good that people can do that with their positions of power. And like you just said, Miley, as you said, that you just popped a little one in the world. Congratulations. Sometimes
Thanks.
when you, I mean, she's doing an organization, the Happy Hippies thing for the homeless kids in LA, and I think that's so beautiful. So there's a lot of good that people can do with the position of power, but it's all I guess I don't know. I mean, I think that what she's doing is great. So I just try to do my own thing, and also try to keep being a good role model for kids and for girls my age, and promote good things as well.
Listen, I think that's very cool of you at such a young age to already get that, and hopefully continue down that path, and don't let this crazy Hollywood world which you're involved in take you down a darker side. Joey King, at Joey King Actress on Twitter, 263,000 Twitter followers. By the way, I want to give a retweet that you're on the Todd Shapiro Show. Cool. What's it like having that? You speak of power and being able to send things to a lot of people who follow you. Are you careful with what you put out there on social media? Your phone. Those New York Hills. Those New York Hills. Jay is. Well, what you think she'll call back? Let's let her call back, because I do want to get into the movie Borealis that she's done with Jonas Chernick, which is going to be in the Montreal World Film Festival. Yeah, there she is. There she is.
I wish I could slam a phone on.
Answer the phone in Mexican or something like.
Hello! Tika, tika, tika! Hey, Jay! Do you want radio?
It's Italian.
Radio time!
No, what keeps happening?
It's a game show. Will Joey King's phone. It's last.
Seriously, what keeps happening?
It's only live radio. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Joey, you're coming out. Are you going to Montreal for the premiere for it's Borealis, right?
It's the Borealis, yeah.
Borealis. Aren't I a moron? I can't read. Borealis. With Jonas Chernick and the one and only from A Few Good Men, Usual Suspects, Kevin Pollak. What an exciting thing. Tell us about this film.
This film really means a lot to me. It's such a beautiful, unique movie. And my character's name is Aurora. She is gradually losing her vision throughout the film, and her dad wants to take her to see the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, before she loses her vision entirely. And it's a really crazy and has a lot of humor stories about this father and daughter, because he has a gambling problem. They get into kind of some trouble on the way there. They get separated. So it's a drama, and it's a comedy. It's not a drama. It's a dark comedy, and it has some action, and it's kind of funny. And it's a really sweet film, and also I feel is very emotional. I'm very proud to be part of it.
Wow, very cool. And Aurora is the name of your character?
Yes.
Which is also like that has to do with the Northern Lights, like it's a natural light and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
the
was
Aurora Borealis is what she's named after.
Excellent. And is Kevin Pollak play your father?
No, Jonas Chernick plays my father. Kevin Pollak plays a very hilarious villain.
Oh, there's a villain?
Yeah.
And a funny villain at that. Well, I mean, that's good to know. Where'd you shoot this film?
We shot it in Winnipeg, Canada.
Eek, how was that for you?
I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was a very nice little city. It felt like a community there. It was very cute. I had a great time, and it was cold, and I like the cold.
Oh, you don't mind the cold. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Well, oh, yeah, I knew that. You said that. Sorry. You don't mind the cold of Winnipeg?
I didn't. I think it's nice to have a change of seasons, since in LA it's just basically 70 degrees every day.
Wow, that's I've never heard anyone actually come from that climate say they like Winnipeg.
Well, there I am. But yeah, it's I go to the screening in Montreal. It's on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. at the Cineplex Odeon Quarter. And so make sure that if you're out there, you stop by. It's going to be so much fun to all the people listening and to everyone. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so great.
Yeah, the Montreal World Film Festival with Kevin Pollak, Joey King, and the movie is called Borealis. Is this the World Film Festival? Is it kind of like a lead up towards TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival?
It's a quite a bit smaller, but it has a very big global outreach, and it has a lot of respect foreign-wise, and it's I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And there's going to be a Q&A afterwards, too. So make sure if you do stop by, everyone, you stick around.
Very cool. The Q&A, you'll help out. Did Kevin on set, did he do any of his impressions, like his Christopher Walken impression with you?
No, he didn't. I would love to hear that, though.
Oh,
That'd be so funny.
So do me a favor, because we broadcast out of Toronto, not Montreal, but we speak to all of Canada. I mean, we speak to everyone, really. But do me a favor, Joey, when you're doing your Q&A on the 5th, I want you to ask a question to Kevin on behalf of us here on the Todd Shapiro Show. And what I want you to say to Kevin is, Kevin, what was the best part about filming in Winnipeg? But answer it in a Christopher Walken voice.
Okay, I will.
Will you film it on your phone? Because you must be tech savvy. You know, you're a teenager. You must be really good with that stuff. And then tweet it out to @Todd Shapiro Show. His reply in like a mini Vine.
Yes, I will.
I'm going to hold you accountable to that, Joey. I'm going to truly hold you accountable to that.
Okay, I will if he does it, and if I get to ask him a question.
He'll do it, and you will make it work. Well, listen, Joey, congrats on this wonderful young career of yours, which is only growing and continuing to be huge. You're a great role model, and you're probably one of the kindest people that's ever been on this show, and it's been tough not to swear around you, but you're still technically a child.
Oh, thank you. It's been really fun talking to you guys. And don't forget to stop by, everybody, if you are around that area on Saturday at 4:30.
Exactly. September 5th at the Cinema Quartier Latin as part of the Montreal World Film Festival. Thank you so much to @Joey King Actress. We'll talk to you hopefully down the road. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Boom. And there she goes. No phone troubles. Nice young actress, happy for her career. Imagine being 16, Jay, and just being able to like be rich.
Yeah, wouldn't that be terrible? That'd be terrible for me, actually.
That'd be but yeah, it wouldn't go well for you at 16, will it? Hey, Jay, what we're gonna do is take a break. We got a ton of show. Andy Kindler, Jim Norton. Go and tweet everyone you know. Tell everyone you know. Listen carefully. Drive longer. If you're stuck in traffic today, who cares? By the way, in this area too, they're saying like big thunderstorms. So don't go play on a field right now. And if you don't like someone, tell them to go play on a field right now.
Yeah. People you don't like, advise they hold steel rods to the sky. Pray to whatever god they believe in at the moment.
Yeah, tell them you're organizing like a game of bocce ball with 20-foot rods on a field or something. Go and do that. But we're going to learn from Jay Brody what that noise was. And this. I'm so scared of this device. We're going to find out what it is on the Todd Shapiro Show in 2 minutes. On Canada Laugh, Channel 168. Thanks for hanging out with Roddy, Jay, and I. Jeff's here. We got a new guy on the program. He's going to hang out. I follow this guy on Instagram. Every post is of Tupac. Like, dude, I'm like, dude, Tupac's dead, but come on the show. Let's meet. He's alive. We're gonna meet that brother homie. Dat brother homie is going to be a new character on our show. Dat brother homie, right?
That brother homie.
Yeah,
man.
that brother.
Either or, man. Either or.
Okay, that brother homie, man.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all happening. Hey, we love y'all. Spread the Todd Shapiro Show love because we're not going anywhere. Be back in a moment.
Right now, we'd like to introduce once again the multi-talented Todd
Shapiro.
In this next song, Todd is going to sing live to a pre-recorded track.
And that includes playing the sax, the drums, the bass, and the
he does it all by himself.
I told you he could do it all. Here he is, Todd
Shapiro.
All right, welcome back to the program. Pizza. That's what I do now. Just go on with arms wide open. I'm gonna sing this one with you fellas. Pizza. We just had pizza. We had a team building exercise where we all got together and did somersaults and rated them. Roddy's a good somersaulter. He did it off the sofa, onto the ground, and back onto the sofa.
It's almost out of season for somersaults.
It's weird.
We got 2 weeks left.
Yeah, we just got her in though.
Yeah.
And you won.
What do you do in the fall then?
You just fall. Yeah.
Right on the ground. No somersaults. You just fall on the floor.
Yep. We'll do spring jack soon too. Okay, anyway. But we ordered pizza because it's a good thing to do when you're, we tried to pull it off in 2 hours, and we're like, we gotta eat, but we had so much to talk about, so pizza, and it was great because they have gluten-free. We don't talk about that, and it's not like a special thing that we're supposed to talk about, but Jeff's a gluten-free dude. You can't have all the bread, you can't have flour, you can't have any of that. So anyway, you had gluten-free, and it's a great pizza. That we had the Hawaiian gluten-free. It's tight. Oh, it was delicious. Actually, really, I was surprised how much I liked it. It was amazing. And it's all at pizzapizza.ca. Go online right now and check out all the good deals. But think about it. It's just like when you're having a quick get-together and you're doing brainstorm meeting and you just got to eat with, not a lot of mess and amazing food. Boom, pizzapizza.ca. That simple to order. Bacardi, check out Bacardi's newest product, a red spiced rum called Fuego, and get your Fuego face going. We got Bacardi Party Fridays tomorrow. It's going to be another Bacardi Party Friday leading into the long weekend, which is sad because it's not technically the last weekend of summer, but it's sort of the last weekend we all get together and do somersaults. Our new sponsor, which is Alex Garcia. He's an advisor at Sun Life Financial, and he can help you from investing your hard-earned money to all of your insurance needs. Go and get Alex Garcia, alex.garcia@sunlife.com. This guy is one of these dudes who is very, 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 very intelligent in his field. Of helping you really put away your money. And if you don't put away your money to invest it, you put away your money for insurance purposes. Either way, you're sort of like a forced savings for yourself while taking care of yourself or your loved ones. Don't underestimate the importance of this. So please get in touch with Alex Garcia at Sun Life Financial. You can call him at 416-512-0400. Get in touch with them. And also, MGR Construction. Turn your rentals into reality at MGR Construction. Jay Brody, you know a lot about these MGR Construction, this crew, MGR/CS.com.
The MGR-CS.com.
It's dash, right?
Yeah, dash.
I say slash.
It's the same thing in between spider and man. That's a dash.
Okay.
They put it. Because he's not just a Spider-Man.
No.
He's Spider-Man. Yeah. MGR-CS.com. These guys are great. They will help you renovate anything in your home, big or small. You need a kitchen renovation, you need a window done, you need a whole roof, you need a pool put in or landscaping done.
2-slice toaster into 4-slice toaster.
They turn that. We don't do that, but they could turn your reno dreams into reality. Work within your budget, make it realistic, and get it done fast for you. Trust people who've been in business for 15 years. Trust MGR Construction. You can get a hold of them at 905-796-1829. That's 905-796-1829 or MGR-CS.com.
Thank you, Jay Brody. We'll be back in a moment. Find out back rubs for BJ's. And then Andy Kindler and Jim Norton all on the Todd Shapiro Show.
When you tune in onto the show today, I think your life is gonna change. Just listen to the talk, Jeff Rod and Jeff, and let the tears of joy stream down your face with ears wide open on Sirius XM. Welcome to the show. You won't learn anything with ears wide open on Sirius XM. You won't learn anything, but keep your ears wide open.
Your ears?
Wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the tag team champions of the world, Jay the Bruiser Brody and Todd the Tickler Shapiro. Two creepy dudes who will do anything to win. Who are we kidding? They're too busy eating ice cream and mixing it with poutine to get off their lazy asses. 2 hours a day. That's it. You'll get them for 2 hours a day.
Hi, it's Pat Finelli with the Inside Scoop from Pizza Pizza. Our pizzas are now made with a lighter, crispier crust, dusted with Durham wheat semolina, and topped with a new vine-ripened fresh tomato sauce for a more flavorful artisan experience. All for the same low price. Get a large pizza with any 3 toppings and 3 free Coke, all for $13.99. Pizza Pizza, hot, fresh, and flavorful.
967-1111, Pizza Pizza. 967-1111.
1-844-887-7469. That's 1-844-TTS-SHOW. And hit extension 2 if you'd like to rant on the Todd Shapiro Show on Sirius XM Channel 168.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Can you start that again?
Yeah.
Start that again. Imagine saying this right in the middle of an orgasm.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Literally, you try and do that, or you say it like that.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Instead of saying "Oh God" or "Oh yeah," you gotta do it in that voice. Jay, you do it. You do it. Like pretend you're just about to orgasm.
I don't know how to do it, that voice. It sounds
Try,
like
try,
a
try.
robot with a hearing
Try.
impediment. It's very tough.
That's right.
Okay, hold on. One more
You
time.
listen to it once and then try it.
All right, here we go. Working, bring it, push your friendship, trying to burn it. That's then he just came computer chips all over the place.
It's like the Matrix shooting out at you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ones and zeros all over the floor. Get a towel.
Welcome back to Canada Labs Channel 168. Hopefully, your day is good too. Hopefully, you have a good day. We're having a good day. Team got together 1 to 3. We're hanging out at my abode. Roddy met Sawyer for the first time.
Yeah, cute. Wow.
Hey,
What a cute little baby.
what a cute kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird because I put a picture of Sawyer up wearing the Josh Donaldson jersey, and then I put a picture of Josh Donaldson, video of him running the base and sliding into home plate like a leader does, and scores that big run last night as the Jays kick ass. But the freeze frame was on his face, and then it was right beside, if you go to my Instagram account at I am Toddy Tickles, of my kid with a Donaldson jersey on. I'm like, and I said this once before, and now I'm starting to think it's seeing them side by side. I think my wife had sex with Josh Donaldson.
I wasn't going to say anything, but are you concerned that he hasn't spoken yet? That he hasn't said anything yet? Because we met him and he didn't say shit.
They're such a rude kid at 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking at 3 weeks. That's why the only reason I say it. I said bicycle when I was 20 days old.
Your first word was bicycle at 20 days old?
Bicyclette, I said. They thought I was a French kid.
What was your second word?
Huh?
It was huh?
No, my second word was transgender. They thought I was transgender.
It's the second word ever.
Yeah.
You're a progressive little baby.
You got a weird brain, man.
Bicycle, transgender.
Bicyclette, transgender. First 2 words.
Bicyclette's a nice name, actually.
Bicyclette. Yeah.
Like,
maybe that's what I was trying to say.
I think it's a nice name if you're a transgender. Bicyclette. I think it's a
That
beautiful
is
name.
nice, yeah.
I'm being serious.
Because it's masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bicyclette.
Yeah, you got like the et in there.
Yeah, and the BC.
Yeah.
And the cool. It's pretty good.
It's
Bicyclette.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, if I ever go that way,
yep,
that's what you'll call me.
Bicyclette.
I've decided.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So you went like Roderick and then Bicyclette.
Bicyclette Gomer.
Yeah. If I
think it's fine.
I like it.
Sure, I like it too. Thank you.
Well, Bruce to Kaylin.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, Roddy to Bicyclette. It's a beautiful name, Bicyclette. I think it's a nice name, actually. Bicyclette.
Yeah.
Bicyclette.
Bicyclette. It's very romantic.
Oh.
More wine, bicyclette?
Yeah. I'm turned on right now. Speaking of being turned on, and speaking of Josh Donaldson, who I kind of have a new man crush on.
What a dude.
Right out of Field of Dreams, man. He came right out of a cornfield. That guy he's not even real. He's not even real. He came right out of a cornfield.
I'm not into guys, but his eyes, man,
Yeah.
they're gorgeous.
Right?
Right? Just want to kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah. I'm not attracted to men either, but I really want to touch his butt with my hand.
Yeah, listen, exactly. Like, I'm not attracted to men at all.
Yeah.
But I just want to rent a movie,
Yeah.
right? Have him over, just have a ball of wine with him, see what happens.
Yeah.
I just can't believe you're saying that. That's so ridiculous. That is so. You're talking like that's you mean Netflix rent a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's better.
Go on the demand. They still rent movies on the demand thing.
I'm not
on
attra-
Netflix all night long with Donaldson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not attracted to guys. I don't have any like sexual feelings, but I would just like to lay in bed with him like in the morning and just kind of like, I don't know, whatever, like snuggle a bit and just talk about like, I don't know, whatever's on the top of our minds, you know, just
Yeah.
like find out more about him, like dig a little bit.
I've never been into dudes at all, but I just want to rest my head, like my ear on his chest hair.
I know what you're gonna say.
And then like make
a
little
rings
rings in his chest hair, and just whisper nice
the
things, you know, at each other.
Yeah.
You know, but like that's Josh Donaldson, man. What a stud.
What a guy.
Great batting average.
Yeah.
I'd let him suck my dick. But I am not into men at all.
No.
Oh, it's you know,
He is the king.
the best.
Totally not into dudes all about man.
No.
What is a back rub for BJ's?
Well, listen, I'm so excited. I did a bit of calculations yesterday. So the Blue Jays have been terrible for 20 years, right? Like consistently no hope for 20 years. This is the first year they've had a great chance of making something in 20 years. That's over 3,000 baseball games for no reason. That's over 3,000 baseball games they've played for no reason.
Oh, what a terrible way to look at it.
Literally, if they didn't show up to 1,000 of those games, the outcome would have been identical to what it's been for the last 20 years. They didn't even make it to the playoffs, didn't win a pennant, didn't win a division.
Yeah. They could have just forfeited every
They could have
every
forfeited
game.
half the games.
Yeah.
They could have put like a minor league team out there.
Yeah.
Like they could have put 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
We're letting 8-year-olds play tonight.
Same have a promotion. Buy 2 tickets, play third base for an inning. Like, you know, raffle that off. Because for 3,000, over 3,200 games of no reason baseball. So I was so excited watching the game the other day.
Yeah.
That I just wanted to give back to our listeners with a promotion, or anyone actually, called Back Rubs for BJ's. And I got a back rub device, as you can hear.
Roddy, can you describe that device?
It's a it goes on your fingers. There's two things that vibrate that go on the tips of your fingers. I don't know if it's a back rubber. I don't know.
Would you like a back rub though?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Is it new?
What's it called?
Yeah, it's called the back rub device.
What is it called?
What's it called?
The Hello Touch.
Hello Touch.
Yeah, for your back. It comes with a wrist thing, but I lost it.
Oh, so you're like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's basically a web shooter.
I think you use that for the back of a vagina.
No, man. No, that's gross.
And how'd you lose? Where? I maybe not how. Where did you lose the wrist thing? How did that get unhooked? Who is it inside?
Where is that wrist thing, Jason?
The wrist thing is a good question. I don't know where it is, but it's great for back rubs.
Yeah.
As you can hear, and just trying to see if I can help somebody out with a back rub.
Back rub, you say, huh?
Yeah. Nice good old fashioned European.
Who's gonna be the that brother homie is new to the program, and someone I just follow on Instagram, and he loves Tupac like you wouldn't believe. Where's Jay's wrist guard?
It's gone.
That brother. What's your name?
My real name is Matt.
Hi, Matt.
What's going on, Todd, man?
How are you?
Not too bad, man. This is so surreal for me, man, just to see you. I'm a big fan of you, man. Intelligent dude, just a radio legend to me, man.
Thank you, dude. What do you do? What's your real name? Matt what?
Matt Lawrence.
Matt Lawrence. Okay. Matt Lawrence. But you go on by you're at Instagram nut, and I love you.
Yeah.
And you're always putting like pics of Tupac and like NWA.
Oh yeah.
And like you're all about like old school guys who made a difference, aren't you?
Yeah, man. Most definitely. Tupac's a serious influence in my life in regards to music, and he's just the best, man. I don't know about Biggie. Biggie's good. I can't say that he's not good, but I know Tupac was way more on that deep lyrical intelligence to me. So.
And you go by Dat Brother Homie?
Yeah, Dat Brother Homie.
Spell it?
DAT
Yeah.
and then HOMIE.
Okay, great. And what do you do for a living, Matt?
Well, I work in Brampton at a distribution center.
Okay, so that's a suburb of Toronto, and what do you distribute? Can you say, or you? Yeah, you don't want to get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
keep that, you know
that's
what I mean?
fine. Keep it. Yeah, we shouldn't take giving your last name, but that was because I wasn't listening the first time you said your first name, and I just tried to cover up. I said no about your last name. I really just didn't hear the first time you said Matt.
Well, you know, there's the Lawrence River. There's a bunch of Lawrences out there.
Okay, that's good. We don't have to remind people. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw you into the fire here, and just tell me if you're uncomfortable when you say no. Do you mind if Jay Brody uses his back rub for BJ's on you? Because I want to see. I don't know like how effective. Jay, can you try this on Dat Brother Homie?
If he's willing.
Hey man, you're a cool dude. I ain't gay, but hey, buddy, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. So I want you to talk to me about John Olerud while I rub your back. John Olerud was a great Blue Jay, won the World Series with us, or Roberto Alomar, whoever you like.
Okay, so
yeah. Does that feel nice?
Oh man, dog, yo, that's proper, man.
See that?
Well, sorry, what was his name again?
Just tell me about John. You remember Roberto Alomar?
Roberto
Just tell me about one of your Blue Jay memories.
Oh,
BJ,
man.
tell me a great BJ moment in your life.
Oh, one of the best BJ moments ever.
Yeah.
Was I don't even know his name, but he just hit a homer.
Yeah.
He just hit a homer, man. Yeah. Like it was like, whoo.
Yeah.
Whoo.
Gonna work the lower back now. Keep going.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When he ran for that and he just dived, his way right there.
Yeah.
Whoo, shoot, man. This is some brotherly love right here, man.
Yeah, right?
Damn, brotherly love right there,
Back rub for
man.
BJ's.
That's it.
Back row for BJ's. Ladies, you're invited too. You already know.
Did that feel good, Dat Brother Homie?
Yeah, man. Hey, I got some back problems myself. That was proper, man.
So-
Jay, you hooked that up, man.
Right there.
You hooked that up.
Boom.
So Jay, well, thank you for taking part in the program, Matt. Dat Brother Homie. Follow him on Instagram. Fun guy. We're gonna hopefully have him do some stuff for the show, right?
Yeah, definitely,
Cool.
man. I'm
Okay,
willing to do
good.
that.
Because we got to meet a quota, we've been told. No, no, just because, man, you're because you are an awesome dude. I
Thank
can
you,
tell.
man. Likewise, man.
Yeah, thank you.
man. You're a very intellectual man. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Cordial. I never even knew that fucking word. I used that one time, and it fucking got me scot free, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was in some sort of argument I had, and I used it within the context it was supposed to be used, and the person actually thought I was a good guy. Like, they were like, "Oh my god!" Like,
so you're like, sorry, I was just trying to cordial here.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. Like, oh, this guy, he knows his words.
Unbelievable what
And
words
he has
can do.
glasses on. He's sophisticated.
Well, listen, dude, you we'll figure out a way how you can get. I know you work
For sure.
hard and you do the 9 to 5, so tough
Yeah.
to do the 4 to 6. Maybe there's things you can do on the street for us. Maybe there's ways you can pop in once every couple weeks
Oh, for
and
sure,
hang out
man.
all day. Hang out all day. Get to know at Dat Brother Homie,
Yeah,
a new
man.
part of the program here. Now, Brody, what is that actual device and what do you really use it for?
Okay, listen. When I'm romantic, I like to go hard, and I stay true, and I go for keeps.
You go for keeps.
I go for keeps. And if you're not going for keeps, you're not doing it right. So I like to keep a number of devices in my tickle trunk, and one of them is this Spider-Man web shooter. If you're listening to this in the car, imagine Spider-Man's web shooter, the wrist guard with the button, but it's a vibrator.
What?
It's this a touch sensitive.
That's what that is.
Yeah, but for back rubs, it's good too.
Try it on my back. Well, have you cleaned it?
Yeah, no, it's real clean.
Let me feel what it is on the back. Back rub for BJ's.
Nice, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Right? It's like this thing for fingertips. Yeah.
Is that not professional? Like, I want to be professional when I do it, but is like, it's doing that unprofessional?
I think so, yeah.
And do you use this to masturbate?
No, not me.
You've never used it as a sex toy for yourself?
No.
Never?
Not on me. This is for like a partnership. It's for when you're with somebody.
You've been having a lot of sex lately, too.
I'm injuring myself quite badly. I was out of the game for a little bit. I had no preseason warm-up or anything. I just went right back I went right into the playoffs, guys. I'm beat up and sore. Yeah. I lost a tooth the other day.
And do you use this device on the lady you're having the sex with?
Yes.
And she loves it.
It's fantastic.
Where can we get this thing? And this isn't a plug. This is just to
I
help.
don't know. You can go like.
How did you get it?
There's this guy, and he was like, "Hey, do you want TV?" I'm like, "What's that over there?" And it was a truck, and I found this thing. It was new when I got it, though.
You got to be careful, eh? You got to like stretch and stuff, because if you get injured, I've heard guys recently they've needed to get Tommy Schlong surgery. And then they're out for up to a year.
I can be out for a year?
Tommy Schlong surgery, yeah.
What does it affect guys like my age?
It's only affects guys your age.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tommy Schlong surgery. That's terrifying.
You repair some of the tendons and stuff.
Will I ever be able to make a comeback after that?
Takes about a year, yeah.
Shit.
You gotta be careful.
I'm real worried now.
All the great ones have had it. R.A. Dickey. It's true. It's true.
Dickey suffered tremendously.
Yeah. Dickey had it. Wang had it.
Randy Koufax.
Yeah,
Randy.
Yep, Randy had it.
Oh man.
George Penis had it.
Steve McCaughlin. Big problem, Steve McCaughlin.
How about Dave Stever? Well, good luck to you in your Tommy Schlong surgery.
Thanks,
and
guys.
do yourself a favor before we go and thank some sponsors and call Andy Kindler to talk about JFL 42 coming to town here in Toronto. They did JFL, the big festival in Montreal, and then they do another huge festival in Toronto. It's crazy. Amy Schumer, Gilbert Gottfried, you name it. Oh, no, Schumer, I lied. Schumer's at the Oddball Festival, I think. She might even be here for JFL. I don't know. A lot of them. Hannibal Buress. A lot of great comedians. You name it, they're there. Don't bring that in public too often.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to go down to the Rogers Center and offer people not BJs. I was going to offer them back rubs for BJs. Sorry, I'm not going to offer anyone BJs.
BJs for back rubs?
That's a fair deal.
Yeah,
that's a very fair deal.
Dude, you start that negotiation off with losing all your leverage, but it's worth it. All right, BJs for back rubs. I'd be getting the best back rub later for sure.
It's almost worth it sometimes if you got a sore back.
I know, honestly.
If your back's really sore, it's worth it.
Yeah, because a BJ can get done in a minute if you're doing it right. Back rub, you need a good half hour. That's every appointment I've scheduled. No one's ever said a 7-minute back rub. BJ's for back rubs. What a world. BJ's for back rubs. I love it. All right. How much did that cost?
That was it was funny when I went to buy it. This is about like $80, but they wanted to sell me one that had electromagnetic shocks in it as well. And I'm like, what the hell do I do with that?
It's called the Cosby edition.
Identical device, but with shock.
Jesus.
And I'm like, what's the point of this? They're like, well, some people like it. I'm like, I don't know how to shock people.
That's ridiculous.
It's silly.
Well, don't take it in public. I feel like it's a weapon.
Oh no, it's very discreet and smells weird. The only thing not discreet about it is the smell.
We'll be back in a moment here on Canada Last, Channel 168. Thanks for hanging out. We got Andy Kindler coming up on the Todd Shapiro Show.
The The Todd Shapiro Show has a phone line. The Todd Shapiro Show hopefully has a person to answer the phone line. Call them 1-844-887-7469. That's 1-844-TTS-SHOW and hit extension 2. And leave a message if they're too fucking lazy to pick up.
Oh, hi. Check out the SundanceBallStore.com. Yeah. Hot tub. Who wants a hot tub? We got hot tubs. You need a hot tub? We got hot tubs. Hot tubs. $500 off a hot tub. We got hot tubs here. Who wants $500 plus any other promotion they got going on a hot tub? You want one? Go to the SundanceBallStore.com/Todd. $500 off above and beyond any promotion for huge savings on your dream hot tub today. It's unbelievable. You definitely want to go. The SundanceBallStore.com. Thank you to RazorCompany.com because shaving should not be a painful experience. Stubble-free, trouble-free. They will shave your life. That's right. What happens is you go and order some razors. Those razors then get shipped to your home. It's a 1-2 process online at RazorCompany.com. When they get shipped to your home, you're like, oh my God, it was like cost me next to nothing because the shipping was included. The taxes were included. It is a brilliant package and there's no commitments to that package, people. So if you don't want it anymore, you get out of it. And if you want more, then you order more. You cater to your own program, and that's the way to do it from RazorCompany.com. And thank you to GotStyle.ca. Shop GotStyle at GotStyle.ca and make sure you dress sexy. GotStyle.ca has incredible clothes. You go to film festival parties, you going out around town, order online, GotStyle.ca, because you want to look good, and the better you look, the more chances you'll have at getting laid. Thanks to GotStyle.ca.
We like to share stories here on the Todd Shapiro Show, and this one is about the time that me and Todd went to the movies together and had a nice time. If you could read my mind, Todd, what a tale my thoughts would break. It would be you and me at the movies. I'd cut a hole in the popcorn bag. So when you reach in for a handful, there would be a big old prize, a popcorn penis surprise. And these are the kind of special moments we talk about on the Todd Shapiro Show.
Follow us on Twitter at I Am Toddy Tickles, at The Jay Brody, at Todd Shapiro Show, and like our Facebook page when you search Todd Shapiro. If you do that really good, things will happen to you. If you don't follow us or like us, bad things are going to happen when you least expect it. We don't really mean that. We hope you don't believe that crap, do you? We're just grateful if you'd follow us or like us, because then we can brag that we actually have friends for once.
The Todd Shapiro Show. It's like FM radio, except it's not shit.
Are we doing a live bed?
Yeah.
Let's get right into him then. Let's not make him wait, because this guy's super duper famous and he can be super duper mean too, so I don't want to be mean to us. Welcome to the program, the one and only. You know who he is, of course, by now. He's going to be joining us at JFL 42 in Toronto, and his name is Andy Kindler. How are you, Andy?
I'm angry. Oh, I'm sorry. That was more like a pirate.
Have you ever played a pirate in a part?
I only play two. Well, I go out for voiceovers, and the only part. Well, I don't even get any voiceovers except recommendations. But I do a Jewish guy and an old Jewish guy.
I got to hear the old Jewish guy first.
Maybe I can't. I'll try it again. I'm so old and Jewish. Oh, my back hurts. My back hurts. No, how about I could do an old my mother as a Jew. How about that? Adzi, how are you? Your cousin Michael is going to college. You majored in English literature. Would that be a nice subject for your cousin Michael Anthony? That's it. That's all I do.
That's it, eh? We give it up there.
And you can see by the response I'm getting in studio why I never get work.
do you at this point, you know, I know you go on Marin lots of times, and what a show that is. I love the live documentation of the podcast, what they're doing over there. And I saw a great scene in it recently where it's like, and I forget who it was now, but they go to the audition process. Does that at your age just drive you crazy still?
Well, some people audition well, and I'm not one of those people. I mean, every once in a while I'm on, but the whole idea of all of a sudden launching into whatever you're launching into, I just feel like people are looking at me like I'm overacting, which often I am maybe. But it never. You would think it would get more comfortable after doing like one-nighters in Medicine Hat and Moose Jaw and Swift Current and being in front of crowds who are ready to kill me, that an audition would be easy, but I still can't stand them.
Wow. So and even what about just the idea of even waiting in line, you know, basically what you do, you sit, but whatever, with a bunch of people who, you know, have glasses or brown hair, they're all going up for the same part. They all got like, you know, this cute, joyous, sort of entertaining look to them. Do you start to get to know the same guys as well?
Well, I think you're misinformed. You mean handsome hunk Paul Rudd type is what you mean, right?
I apologize. I forgot you lost out on the part to Mission Impossible. I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm taller than Tom Cruise. Like, you know, I don't. Now it's really like, you know, I've been living in Los Angeles for what seems like forever, and I don't even know when pilot season is. Okay, so I'm obviously not. When you get past 50, that's when show business gets very excited about you. This guy's hot. We can go for the Murder, She Wrote demographic. Get him in here.
Hey, why not? You know, if it pays the bills and it took that long, at least you can say that you made a difference in your life.
I'm a solid utility fielder, is what I like to call myself.
Hey, not bad. I know you're a huge, you're a massive baseball fan. I was seeing on Twitter you were talking about it's great to get out to some baseball games. Do you go to many games out in L.A.?
I've been to Dodger Stadium. I'm not a fanatic about sport. Well, I am a fanatic, but I'm a Mets fan and a Jets fan. And a Knicks fan. So how fanatic can I get? You know, there's a lot of times I'm sitting. You know, a lot of times my season is: should I get the baseball package, or should I wait till June and see how the Mets are doing? But I've been to Dodger Stadium, which is beautiful, and the new Citi Field is incredible, which I've been to, I think, twice.
Very cool. Do you pay attention to much what's going on in the American League? You know, right here at home, the Blue Jays are catching fire. Do you see any of that over there?
I hear about the Blue Jays catching fire, but I still think about the Expos, so I'm still a little bit behind. An Expos reference. I've done a Swift Current reference, Moose Jaw. I mean, who else but me can do references that seem old?
No one, Andy Kindler. No one at all. You're the first, and thank you for doing that, resonating with our Canadian audience predominantly. Andy, are there differences between Canada and America?
I think... my theory, which is not really just my theory, but I think per capita, Canada has the funniest people in the world because so many, except for Lorne Michaels and Howie Mandel, so many great people have come down from, and some of the later Jim Carrey work. But some of the later Jim Carrey Mercury in Vaccines comedy. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? That he's all nervous about autism?
I gave up on Jim Carrey a few years ago, but
no, he got crazed recently because of the claiming that vaccines cause autism, and he went nuts online about it with stuff like the planet Mercury. You wouldn't want the planet Mercury in your vaccine, you know, that kind of reasoning.
Oh, come on!
No, I may be exaggerating, but I do think that Canada has what. I think that maybe comedians have in general. You're kind of detached from American culture, but yet you are part of American. In other words, you can see it, but sometimes you can, like when Trump's running for office, you can laugh at it better because it's not your country that could have Trump as president.
So, and it's funny you say could. It appears that like this guy is actually not just doing well in the polls, but people are starting to be like, you know what, Trump maybe should be president. Does that make America fucked?
It does because it's bad. I mean, there's no way to. It's really there's a hard percentage of 15% of the people in this country who think that Obama was born in Kenya. They really do believe that. Wow. So that's the percentage of people. But I think that's not going to be enough to get him elected. He's it's like I don't know why people would want the most narcissistic man in the history of the world as president, but I think people think it's a joke, maybe, so they enjoy it. Even the people who go out to his rallies seem like they're, I don't know. They look frightening to me, and then some of them I think are there to be entertained.
Yeah, and it is. It's like it's one of the best. If you have the ability to understand what he's saying and the ridiculous nature of how he's saying it, it could be the greatest comedy show of all time.
Oh, well, he does. Today, he did this press conference, and he's walking through the hotel lobby after the conference, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, the Speaker of the House of Indonesia, keep it going for him. He's like a clown, is what he is. But the thing that's hilarious to me is, how screwed up this country is. If Jeb, Trump has said all these racist, bigoted, bullying things, and Jeb Bush's response is, Trump's too liberal. He's too. Look, he was for single payer plan. That's how you have to win in the GOP party.
Yeah, I'd love actually Jeb Bush with the honesty of what Trump does. That would be something to watch.
He's what's amazing though is these people really are people we don't know anything. Well, Trump we know is just a blowhard, and he will end up hosting Celebrity Border Guard. Meatloaf, you will be in charge of finding out if the Mexican is a thief or is been sent here by the government of Mexico. Arsenio Hall. He actually Trump said, I can't believe people say I'm racist, and yet I made Arsenio Hall the Celebrity Apprentice. That's a typical Trump argument.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's just absolutely pathetic. Andy Kindler joins us. Everyone loves your takes, man. You've been doing it for so long. You do it so well. You're controversial, as I said off the top. Before we get into your State of the Industry addresses, which takes some big balls, my friend, I want to ask you about the departure, and then we'll obviously talk about you being at JFL, which we get to see you live here in Toronto. But a couple of big guys stepped down this year. Shows that you've been a big part of, The Daily Show and a Late Show with David Letterman. You've appeared on both of them. Are we going to be hurting now for the political kind of response that we're so used to for these Trumps on a daily, on the daily, where basically it educates us not to make these terrible decisions, which we'd be voting for people like this?
I think, I was a huge Letterman fan, and I got to do these field pieces for him, so it was just the greatest. So, I'm still kind of in mourning just that he's gone. But, unlike when Leno got the Tonight Show, which still makes me cry when I think about it. And in fact, one of the jokes I do on stage is I say, I'd like to do my impression of Jay Leno if he was a comedian. Jay Leno if his chosen field was comedy. And then I have to tell the people, the joke is now over, everyone. The joke is now over. But unlike when that happened, I can't think of a better person to not to fill Dave's shoes, but to be in that slot than Colbert, because I think he's really amazing. So I'm actually looking forward, except that I'm mourning Dave. I think I'm actually looking forward to that. On the other hand, there's a guy named James Corden who has a show.
Huh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen, yeah.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No,
really?
I've seen it. Doesn't he have a British accent?
He has a British accent, and he's always coming up with gimmicks because I don't know if it's the ratings, but everybody now, if you want to be a talk show host, you have to be a song and dance man. You have to. I can't even get my viruses to go viral, but you have to have a viral video. You got to have some memes. You have to have a GIF.
Yeah, you gotta have a GIF. Yeah. Who needs jokes when you got GIFs, right, Andy?
I have Vines. I'm setting up some Vine meetings in L.A. right now. And when you have a Vine meeting, you got to send in a sizzle reel of your.
Oh no, you don't now.
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's lovely. I did this joke I did in Montreal. I said I just signed a deal with UPS Ground. I just signed a deal with my new show's going to be on FedEx. 2-day shipping. It's called Do Not Ship Blood.
People would watch it. People would watch it, Andy Kindler. Hey, okay, so maybe that's my next question. This is a good way, and you know, Cobra is going to do great. It'll be interesting to see him as being himself and not a character of himself.
Right.
So I'm you know, I don't know much about this Trevor Noah guy, but apparently he'll relate and resonate and do all that stuff. But is it weird, these new millennials? Like, is it harder? I don't know, man. Is it harder to entertain? Like, can you connect with these audiences?
Yeah, well, the other thing is, I always think there's like a myth of, well, there's certain generational things that have happened. It just is generationally true that people are not going to be waiting till 11:30 at night to watch. You know what I mean? They're going to be watching these shows in different formats. So I think in that way, that technology is revolutionary. But I think people, you know, look, people, you know, as I've said, I want to die at home. I don't want to be, and I don't want the TV to be on because I don't want my last words to be, please turn down Jimmy Fallon. But it's like there are people who are entertained by these quick, gimmicky, you know, potato sack races with Cameron Diaz, but there's a lot of people who aren't. So I think there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to want just everything to be, you know, just everything to be based on technology or based on gimmicks.
Yeah,
you know?
I just wonder, and you know, it's funny you talk about, you know, I'm not a singer, I'm not a dancer, I'm not even really a funny guy, Andy Kindler, but I just love interviewing people. I really do. I love bringing out information out of people, and I love getting to know people the way I would like to get to know them at a dinner party or you know, drunk later or something. And I just like to do that naturally on the radio, where hopefully other people get to know them as well, for people maybe who didn't know them before. My point being is, are we losing this actual great interview form that I think really makes a difference, as opposed to just a singing and dancing, or a little like, hey, let's play Boggle on TV.
No, I think that actually what you're doing, the fact that you have interest and you're interviewing people because you have interest, is absolutely. People are hungering for that, you know, as opposed to Andy Hitler's in town. He's going to be at the Verizon Wireless Dome. And Andy, how's it going? You know, it's like there's a certain. That's why like FM radio had to die at one point, because it all started to sound the same. But like when Mark Maron's podcast came out, it kind of saved my life emotionally. I was watching MSNBC and all these political shows, and then the reason why I think podcasts have become so popular is people don't want to listen to commercials or just manufacture whatever anybody thinks is the best hits of the day. They really like to hear conversations. I remember listening to like the first 50 Marons, just like, you know, turning my phone off, turning the TV off. I even cut back on watching my Nazi documentary films.
Which I saw you tweeting about, too.
Yeah. The American Nazi Party, I was watching a documentary. They sounded more reasonable than Trump on immigration.
Andy Kindler joins us. Jay Brody's my co-host here, Andy. He's a huge fan of yours and of comedy in general. But I think some stuff you do surprises him, if that's just to be candid.
Yeah, I gotta ask you about your State of the Industry address that you do every year just for laughs. You go after some big name guys that are institutions in comedy, such as, you know, Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld, Jay Leno. Has that negatively affected your ability to work in this industry at all, or is it just generally seen as a joke?
Well, you don't see me in a car getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, right? I think it absolutely affects my career. Sure, it has to. I mean, I'm not going to be in the show, Louis. But the thing is, mostly I try to keep my, like, some people think I just go, each year I go, well, who's a bigger target? But that's not what happens. I mean, I love the show Seinfeld. I was actually never thought of myself as going after Jerry, but then this whole thing started about political correctness on campus, and my whole thing was, yeah, you can have a talk about that, but don't have it based on a guy who doesn't play colleges. You know, it's like Jerry Seinfeld. He says, I don't play colleges, but I heard. So that was my whole thing. And with Louis, it was more about the way he was, you know, like my whole thing was about the way he changes his show every year. Like the first year his wife was white, then she's black. Next year his wife is going to be a throw pillow. So, and in some cases I'm going after people I know are very, very talented, but maybe I have an issue with them. Because that's the thing of like going after Sandler. I used to love Sandler's stand-up, and then he started cranking out these movies, and either I could make fun of them or explode inside.
Have you
so
ever-
I went with making fun of them.
Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to go after someone, but you maybe didn't because you're friends?
Yes, absolutely. Because there's nothing too. If I have a good friend and they came out with a TV show that was bad, it really depends on what. First of all, they're a friend of mine, so why would I want to go after them? But the other thing is, like, I don't want to just go on. It's not like a that word Schadenfreude, which is a great German word of like you're sharing in others' misery. Like, I don't want to just say, "Oh, nice try, you did a terrible show." So it's like I do think that I do respect friendships, and there's politics and everything. If I went after every single thing, then I'm the person I currently am working for might get upset.
Yeah, and you never know. It is a very small industry, but you do. I guess you've done it long enough, and you're kind of doing it your own way, which I admire. Whether you agree or disagree with sometimes your approach, what a nice feeling to be able to. I'm so handcuffed between sponsors and between even SiriusXM. There's still regulations, even though we're uncensored. It must be nice at least you're doing it without without any handcuffs on.
Right, and the thing that's been hard is when I'm going after. See, because the speech is like it started spontaneously. I wrote an article for National Lampoon. You can still find it on my website. It's called The Hack's Handbook about how to be a bad comic. And I started doing the speech in Montreal, and the speech it changes every year. I never knew it would go on for 19 years. I could never have foreseen that. So it's like sometimes the more it's a roast, it's funnier. The more I get angry, it's not as funny. But then there's sometimes that I just couldn't help but get angry. Like when that whole thing with Opie and Anthony happened, it was like, people yelling free speech and all this kind of thing. It's like, let's get the terms correct, and so I went after him. And so I'm reading these tweets that he had tweeted when he went off on that woman in Times Square. And so I'm reading them, and I'm going, wow, these aren't going over well. Well, because they're racist tweets. I'm doing this at a speech and wondering why they're not killing. So that's been hard. Or when I went after Corolla, because I felt like Corolla was doing, and a lot of these guys sometimes are doing like racist material under the guise of it's okay because I'm a comic, and I think that that's debatable sometimes.
Well, I don't. Not only do I think it's debatable, I think you're right. Like that one, I'll agree with. There's you can tell when there's malicious intent. It's a word we use here almost every day on the program, which separates comedy from people just being dicks.
That's so the way you said that is so right, and I'll give you a perfect example. It's like one of my favorite comedians is Dave Attell. Like Dave Attell, within the first 2 minutes of his act, will break every quote politically correct rule, but he's hilarious. So to me, it's like you can't go by topic, you can't go by words, you have to go by someone's intent. And when it's like sometimes with Attell, it's like if you look back, if you stood back from Attell, you'd say, it's social commentary. He's doing 14 minutes about how much he doesn't like midgets, which is a word I would never even use, right?
Yeah.
But because he's so outrageous about it, he really is making social commentary. But that might not be what's motivating him. And what's motivating him is he's just hilarious in the moment, and he does this kind of insult, observational stuff. So I think when it's funny, and when it's not funny, it's obvious that it has malicious intent.
People will know, man, and it's also the ones who are best at being self-deprecating, who kind of go after everyone but themselves too, like a guy like Attell. He's not a threatening dude. Let's be honest. And I think that allows for some sort of forgiveness. Andy Kindler, we don't have a ton of time, dude. You are such a rock star in your field. I hope to have you back, and most importantly, though, you know this is where that FM radio stuff does come into play now. You are at JFL 42, JFL42.com. Are you excited to get back to Toronto?
I can't believe I made everybody now afraid to speak with any kind of voice. Hey, are you speaking with an up-tempo voice? That's hack, right? I forgot what you said. Am I going to be where?
No, yeah, it's JFL 42. So you're coming.
I'm hosting the alternative show there.
Great.
Which was a show I started in Montreal back in the days when we actually needed to have an alternative show. Now there's so many amazing. I think comedy is the best time period now ever, and Toronto is amazing for comedy. I love the Comedy Bar brought me up a few years ago, and they're amazing. And it's just like one of these cities that really the crowds are just amazing. So
Well, listen, man,
What
we
can I say?
being Torontonians, we definitely appreciate that. Andy Kindler, at Andy Kindler. If you, for some reason, don't know who Andy is, go and follow him. He's outspoken, he's intelligent, and he is even somewhat compassionate. Andy, do us a favor. When you're in Toronto, maybe we can get you live in studio and just
I would
hang out
love
with
to
you.
do it. I would love to do it, and it would be a lot of fun for me.
Much appreciated,
Cool.
man. We can't wait to see you at JFL42. Go to JFL42.com, likes of Bill Burr, Craig Ferguson, you name it, Andy Kindler and the Alternative Show. Dude, you're a stud. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Jay Brody hung that up quick, and I think Jim Norton's calling at any moment, too. So we'll get to Jim. Was that your frustration on Andy?
Seinfeld's a goddamn institution in comedy. Can't touch The Godfather, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it, and I heard it, and I was just like, well, whatever. These things always they come and they go. And with him, you know, at least, you know, I'm always envious of people who do speak what they feel.
Yeah, you got to give that to him. But god damn it, Seinfeld, Louis C.K. They're on the Mount Rushmore of comedy.
By the way, I don't think Louis C.K. is very funny.
Oh wow.
I don't get Louis C.K. My wife and I watched his special after the kid was born. You know, because we thought this is a good time for the kid to understand this world to be what it really is. Because Louis C.K. talks about everything. I don't find him that funny. I don't get Louis C.K. I find him a bit of a kind of like a cynical bully. Like he doesn't.
If you're watching his show,
Yeah.
Louis on FX, that's not a funny show.
No, I watched his stand-up on HBO, a big HBO call or Comedy Central or one of these. I just didn't. I don't know. Like we actually stopped watching it. It just didn't. It didn't hit me as being funny.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, art's subjective, but
yeah, of course. What do you love about Louis C.K.?
You know, he's just like there's these small idiosyncrasies about the way he tells a joke, what he's doing up on stage, how he's doing it. If you really study comedy, you study him, he's a genius at it. And the ability, like when he did the SNL monologue, and he talked about, I guess he pushed it in a way that went too far and caused a little bit of controversy, but was also PG. It was just fantastic.
Hey, we're moving forward, man. This is crazy. What a show. This guy, Jim Norton, man. This is Opie and Jim Norton fame. Of course, airs on Sirius XM right here. And it's wild what's going on today because we got a ton of big celebrities. And we got this guy. You hear him every morning right here on this platform from 7 a.m. to 11, exclusively on XM Radio Channel 103 or Sirius Radio Channel 206. You name it, Opie Radio. Hey, how you doing, my man, Jim Norton?
I'm very good, man. How are you?
Fantastic. It's honestly, you're one of these Sirius XM rock stars, and for me, growing a show here with a great crew, Jay and Roddy and stuff, it really truly is an honor to have you on the program.
Oh, thanks, man. It's funny. We've been on satellite for, I guess, almost 11 years now, and I'm just happy that it's still around. You know, it's like when you sign up to go do a gig, you're like, I just hope this gig lasts more than a year. So the fact that it's still here a second later.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's wild to watch what's happened to your gig. You know, everyone knows, obviously, Anthony being fired. We don't need to get into it, but then you sort of move a chair up. There's, you know, a kind of in radio with shows, there's a hierarchy that happens by accident. I find it's just guys that fit into kind of that have great chemistry that you can never buy or try and plan. And I think you were the guy who kind of fit in as a third. And holy fuck, Jim Norton's a classic now. He's just going to be the second. And for you, was that a tough time knowing that you were kind of taking over for Anthony, but yet it would increase, not that you really need it, but increase your profile even more?
Well, you know, it's funny. I never looked at it like that because it was very important for me not to jump in Anthony's grave. That was why, like, they call it Opie with Jim Norton just because, like, that's who you're listening to. But I didn't want them to change the name of the show. Like, call it Opie's show. I made my normal raise plus 10%. So I only made 10% more in my raise. It wasn't like I got paid Anthony's money.
Uh-huh.
So I look at it like I have the same role I used to have. We have people coming through. I don't look at it like it's mine and Opie's show because, you know, again, we're not equal partners in it, so it's his show.
Interesting. So you just kind of went with it, and you know, it's wild though. You got your full name on it, so congrats.
Well, I asked him. I didn't like Opie and Jimmy. That sounds like Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony is the show. So if they're going to put my name, even as a reference point, Opie with Jim Norton just sounds like a different tempo than Opie and Anthony. I just didn't want to sound like it was instead of it's Jimmy. Like, I didn't want that.
Yeah, that's a little much. Jim Norton joins us, massively famous dude. What's it? Do you still like the grind, getting up so early?
It stinks, dude. I hate it. I've never gotten used to it. I'm never going to get used to it. We were off today because, like, Kenny calls me and wakes me up every morning, and I'm just getting out of bed. And Opie called me and on speaker, and he's like, dude, we're going to, I'm going home. I'm throwing up. So he was actually sick this morning, and I could have gone in and done the show by myself, but we have enough days to take off till, like, we've done so many more shows than we had to schedule-wise. We have a lot of days still to take off before the end of the year. So I'm like, fuck this, I'm going back to bed because I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night.
And how do you juggle both? I had the fortunate experience as well, speaking of Artie Lang, who I'm sure you must know from Stern fame. And one of the things he talked about that was one of his big downfalls was juggling that stand-up at night or whatever little party to have in a movie or TV show and stuff and getting up so early. And that's sort of what you do, Jim. Is that hard for you at times?
I do stand-up every night, but I go to the Comedy Cellar. I usually go on early. Like, she'll give me the 8 o'clock spot, so I can be home by 9 o'clock, eat a little meal. And I'm such a shit sleeper anyway that I don't fall asleep till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Like last night was 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching chess videos online. Like, I manage my time terribly. So I've never gotten used to the mornings. It's just I stink in the morning. But I used to schedule where I'd be home by 9, get a 10 o'clock massage, wipe off my stomach at 11, and hopefully be in bed by 12.
Jimmy, this is Jay Brody. I gotta thank you. You've been an inspiration for me as far as broadcasters go, because you always want to speak your mind and tell true stories about your past. So thank you for that.
All the great sex stories too. Thank you for those.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Thank you for all the free masturbation material over the years as well.
Oh yeah, the great toilet fodder. Excellent.
I gotta ask you, like, being a comic and a radio host in this new PC world, how do you manage? Are you having to make different transitions and make changes to your bits and acts to accommodate this new PC police we're dealing with every day?
No, because I find that the PC police are the ones I like to attack. Like I think that they're fake, and I think that their outrage is fraudulent. And look, if they make a good point about something, like I agree with them on certain things. The Washington Redskins name, I think, is disgusting. Like, I don't look at it like I'm just going to attack PC things. I attack language things I don't like. So if I think that they're policing the language, I attack them for it. So no, I'm not afraid of them at all. Will it ever ruin my career? Probably. But, luckily I've only achieved mediocrity, so it's not going to be too far of a fall. That's the way I look at it. When I eventually fall off the perch I'm on, I'm only going to sprain my ankle.
But, okay, I mean, listen, Jim, there's got to be a part, and this is my biggest struggle every day, and we're not even that controversial, where I now overanalyze what my quick, good retort would have been. And I know it would have brought out a ton of laughs, and then I just take a deep breath and don't fucking say it and try to clean it up a bit. Do you edit yourself on the go, or, at all?
Well, there's been times I've edited myself, sure, but I've always kind of done that, and I think everyone does that, unless you're Asperger's. I mean, every person kind of will edit what they're doing. Like, and you know what? Maybe it has affected me because, like, if I'm going to say somebody is retarded, like, I'm going to make sure that there's a real reason to use that I can defend, or like certain words that you can get in trouble for using. Like, will I use them in a context? Sure, but I don't throw them out as fast as I used to, because sometimes you won't be able to defend that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure that you can back up anything you say.
Oh,
and
I know.
I feel like I can usually back up and defend what I've said.
What do you? I 100% get it. What do you think of this great platform we're both on and Sirius XM here? What do you think the state of it for its future?
Look, man, I think the best thing that Sirius XM has going for it is people talking for a living. Because music is great, but you can get music anywhere. You can get that on iTunes. You can get that on Pandora. You can get, like, sports. I mean, the sports are good, too, but I put that kind of under talking. So hopefully they won't fuck with the talk content, because I really do think that that's what's going to keep the company going, is the fact that you hear live, funny content every day. Like, stand-up you can hear anywhere. You can get your own dumb Pandora station. So hopefully they just continue doing what they're doing and leaving the shows alone as far as what we're saying on the air.
Yeah, Jim Norton joins us. Opie and Jim Norton. Content is king, a stupid old phrase you hear years and years and years in this fucking radio world, but I believe it. It is. And hopefully people aren't just saying that, but they mean it, because listeners want personality. They want authentic, and they want genuine people to talk to them, give them their opinions that are happening in the current moment that they are. What are your thoughts on, you kind of sort of have it, but the podcast world and podcasters?
I think they should be great, and some of them are awful. I mean, doing Adam Carolla's show or Joe Rogan, those guys are as good at promotion as any radio I've done. You look at the Nerdist, and there's a huge Kevin Smith's got a big podcast. Look, man, and they're also targeted download. Those people are like, I want to hear what this guy's saying. So a lot of times you do really, really well when you do a podcast. So I love them, man. And look, does it water it down a little bit? Sure. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is it's also a great place where, hey, if SiriusXM fired me tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to make the same money doing a podcast, but I know that I could be heard. And I know I can figure out a way to do a live podcast on Ustream the way Rogan's been bugging me to do a podcast for a long time, so I know he would help me. Or Anthony Cumia would help me. So, I'm not afraid of being fired, which is it's kind of a nice place to know you have somewhere to go. Say if you're dating a girl and you think she might break up with you, and you kind of have a dumpy girl who will blow you in the car. You're like, you don't have to be as nice to the girl you're dating.
Yeah, the old Tarzan theory. When there's a vine waiting, right? You just grab that vine before you let go of the other one.
Absolutely,
I love it. Jim Norton's here. So you mentioned Anthony, and I'm sure he's been very successful with his podcast, and he's charging for it, a way to keep making money in this game with your huge following that you guys have, and you never want to mess with your following because they'll send some pictures on our Facebook page that'll get it shut down. But and it's awesome that you have that army. But I will ask you, you and Anthony, are you talking? Are you guys? Because you guys are kind of trying. You're sort of mending things there, aren't you?
Well, I mean, me and Ant we never had an issue. Open Ant, we're very mad at each other for a long time. With Anthony, I was on his show twice last week because we were off. Me and Opie were off, so I did Anthony's show twice in the afternoon because he's finally got a studio in the city. So it's easier for me to see him because on Long Island, it's literally in traffic an hour and 25 minutes from my apartment each way in rush hour traffic. So now that he's got the studio in the city, I can come on a lot more. So me and Ant have always gotten along great. And I love him, and I love doing the show with him.
I love Sirius. Sirius is great. We love Sirius. But do they give you a hard time for doing other shows?
No, never. I'll say that never. And it wouldn't matter. I would do it anyway. But in fairness to Sirius, I did not like their decision to fire Anthony. I thought they were 100% wrong. But they've never said to me, don't do his show. They've never asked me not to do his show. They've never hinted that. You know what I mean? They're kind of hands-off with that stuff, with what I say on the air. So they haven't made my life difficult with that at all.
That's good to know. I mean, listen, you guys got a huge following. It's not like you're going on something that could be very controversial that would get you fired. But you actually believe XXM was wrong for letting him go in the first place.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that he should have phrased certain things differently, and I think he knows that. But I do think that there should have been more of a conversation between him and them instead of just giving in to the stupid press, which is basically what was happening. Gawker and all these other vultures. Because, again, when you have I mentioned this in my last special, but even though Ant said some harsh things, the important thing was he reacted non-violently to a violent assault. And I think that is a more important thing in the big picture. Because your whole life you're taught that it's not what you say, it's what you do. And, yeah, he said some dumb shit, but he behaved properly, and he didn't punch this woman in the face who had punched him.
It's insane because he actually had a gun on him, as he's a license to carry a gun, and was attacked and didn't pull the gun out, didn't use a lot of people in that situation would have pulled a gun.
A lot of people would have panicked and done something, or at least struck the woman back.
Yeah.
And again, Ant's weapon has always been verbal, and that's what most comedians would tell you about themselves. So what he did was he did what anybody would do. You got angry in the moment, and then like an hour later, when you're running it through your head, you're getting angrier and angrier. Then you blow off some steam on Twitter, and I think his mistake was the next day when I think he had stayed up all night. When you look at those tweets, you might have went like, all right, that's not going to read right. Like sometimes when you're mad and you're saying stuff, what you're trying to get out there is just it's going to seem like, oh man, that's coming off as really racist, or that's coming off as really, kind of the point I'm not trying to make at this moment. But whatever, it is what it is, and it's just something I hate that happened.
Yeah, and then who knows what's going to happen down the road? Do you believe that people, you look at Hulk Hogan, what he just went through, and now he's apologizing? Should the WWE put him back in there and let him at least have some sort of etched in stone what he accomplished and made that organization what it was? Do you believe that either people should be allowed to apologize and we forgive and forget, or do you think that people don't even need to apologize for this stuff?
Well, I think both. I think that there are times where an apology is needed. Sure, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you're sorry. If you genuinely feel like you've done something wrong and you are sorry, fine. But Hulk Hogan, that's a touchy one because then his fans will go, Jesus, we really thought we knew this guy and he's dropping N-bomb. But when you look at it, black people aren't that upset about it. White people are forgiving. They're not, it's more white people that fall apart with this stuff because, like, he was saying a bunch of stuff because his daughter was banging this guy, I think, or dating this guy. And Hulk was just being, he was angry, and he was just being a dad. And, he said some dumb shit in what he thought was a private moment. So I think the bigger picture is the fact that things are being taken from people's private lives and used to affect their jobs. And until everybody is willing to open their private life up and their text messages up, everyone should shut the fuck up about what everybody else is saying in private.
I think it's a beautifully said statement. I mean, I'll often come on here and say, like, at what point do we just walk around like nudists do with our emails and our fucking texts and everything, and just mass send everything at that point? And then no one can get pissed off at us because we're being open from the get go. And too many people. If everyone lived lives that way, then no one could be mad at anyone else.
Well, that's exactly it. And all the people who will go after you, all you have to say to them to prove what frauds they are is, I want to see right now all of your text messaging. And 95% of them go, no, I don't know. They value their own privacy. But, fuck Hulk Hogan's privacy. That doesn't matter. Fuck Donald Sterling, Tiger Woods. Their privacy, because they're public figures, their lives are open game. It's bullshit.
Do you think there's a way to fix this at all?
Yeah, keep calling these frauds out on their double standards with privacy. Like, what bothers me is, like, where are all the privacy advocates? Like, how come all these people who were so mad over the whole frapping thing with Jennifer Lawrence, like, all their stuff was hacked? And, guy, look, it was right. That was disgusting that their private photos were hacked, right?
Hard not to look, though, huh?
Oh, my God, I fucking scrapped so many loads to it. It's embarrassing how many times. I've never jacked off to a crime scene that much. But it's one of those things where, how come where's the outrage over Hulk Hogan's privacy being violated? Like, people are selective in who they get to give privacy to or who we think deserves privacy. And it's just kind of pathetic.
Yeah, and we got to start, exactly. We got to figure out, you're right. You're dead on right, man. We got to protect everyone's privacy. This is where we're all fucked. Don't pick and choose just because you get some juicy information out of it and then have something to talk about at the fucking water cooler. Jim Norton, dude, I know you don't have a ton of time. I'm gonna put it out there, a couple of things, man. We do this show. I've been a Toronto guy for 15 years now, an XXM guy for about a year and a half and stuff. I've had the pleasure of meeting guys like even, Rude Jude. We had Bennington on the other day. I really appreciate this bigger family and us being like that kind of messed up stepchild or whatever, but I hope to talk to you again. But before we do, let's do the cheesy radio stuff and get out of the way. You're at the Oddball Comedy Festival, Funny or Die presents, coming to town in Toronto with Schumer, and this must be just a blast working with all these talented comedians.
Yeah, it's funny. These are the exact same people I see at the Comedy Cellar 4 nights a week.
Okay.
Amy, I saw Aziz last night. Mike Shea, I see a lot. Jay Farrell, I haven't worked with before, and Jeselnik ever since he moved to LA. But Jeff Ross, I used to see all the time. So it's like doing a gig with your friends. It's fun. I like all these guys.
Yeah, coming to Toronto, the Molson Canadian Amphitheater. If you just go to oddballfest.com, it's so easy to figure out how to buy tickets and VIP tickets and stuff. The Toronto scene, Canadian scene supports comedians so well. Are you friendly with a bunch of Canadian comedians at all?
There's guys like Derek Edwards I really love. I haven't seen Derek in years. Mike Wilmot's a guy I know.
Yeah.
Again, I don't see him that often. And Jason Rouse, Canadian guy who I like a lot. But sometimes you know comedians, you don't even know they're Canadian. Like, a lot of times I know guys, I don't even know where they're from. So I probably know more. Like, if you name somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that guy too. I've never had a bad run-in with a Canadian.
I wouldn't say I'm a Canadian either. Not with our dollar right now.
Oh, is it even worse than ours? All right.
Oh, dude, we're like anyone in Canada with an investment in the States is like crushing it right now. It's worth 25% more.
Yeah, that extra 10% that you made this year, you could buy Winnipeg with that now.
Yeah.
Do you like coming to Canada?
I love it. I love the crowds up there. I love doing Montreal. Toronto, I do every year, and I always enjoy those gigs. Yeah, I genuinely do, man. It's a great place to do gigs. I want to get out more. Like, I want to do Edmonton. I want to do Vancouver. I get a lot of requests from these places, but it's hard with my schedule to get out there. But I really want to do like a full tour of Canada.
People would love you. If you go to those small towns, dude, you are like Elvis Presley. Like, they'll do anything for you.
Well, I don't know. I hope so, man. I want to book a few of those gigs.
Well, it wouldn't be a problem. Hey, Jim, listen, I know you're in a bit of a rush. Are you coming into town just quickly on Sunday and getting out?
Yeah, we're coming in Sunday afternoon. We leave Sunday night. And then I'm working on this IFC pilot presentation. So, starting Monday, I got to get right back to that.
Well, you just work, eh? You're a worker.
Yeah, you know what it is I have faith in nothing, so I try to juggle 10 different things, so when 9 fail, I still have one thing left.
Is it really about that? I mean, it's creative people go through this process, and as much fame as you had, there's probably 100 things that you maybe even thought were better that got turned down, huh?
Oh, yeah, I feel like a tremendous failure every day, so I figure I got to keep moving just to keep myself from falling into a ditch. But that's all it is panic and fear that motivates me.
and meeting new women?
Yeah, occasionally, but with the internet, it's motivated me less to be out there because you don't need to be. You know what I mean? You can just go on all these websites and Craigslist and Backpage and Twitter and Tinder. It's awesome.
It's too easy now, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's too easy, but it's easier than it was. But it's also easier to meet kooks. Like, I meet a lot of lunatics, too. So, it's like you get the good end of that.
It's a good balance, then.
Yes.
You get laid, but you never know who's going to stab you right in the face.
Yeah, you never know what wacko will, yes.
I love it. Hey, man, thank you so much for your time, Jim. We really appreciate it. And hopefully we can stay in touch from time to time. Maybe I'll figure out a way to get your email and just shoot it. And I want to learn how you guys do show prep because we don't do much of it.
All right, thanks so much, man.
All right, Jim Norton from Openia and Jim Norton, of course. Go and get him at the Oddball Comedy Fest. It's coming to town on the 6th. Thank you again to Jim Norton. What a beauty that guy is. We'll be back in a second here on Canada Laughs, Channel 168. You're listening to The Todd Shapiro Show.
Follow us on Twitter at I am Toddy Tickles, at The Jay Brody, at Todd Shapiro Show, and like our Facebook page when you search Todd Shapiro. If you do that really good, things will happen to you. If you don't follow us or like us, bad things are going to happen when you least expect it. We don't really mean that. We hope you don't believe that crap, do you? We're just grateful if you'd follow us or like us, because then we can brag that we actually have friends for once.
It's crazy, but hi, this is America's favorite actor, Tom Hanks. What's up, my man? How are you, baby? And you're listening to The Todd Shapiro Show on Sirius XM 168.
Kindler, Norton,
big day.
Joey King. But anyway, welcome back to the program. Oh my goodness! Thank you to all our sponsors involved, and we got a great bunch of people helping us out. So I'm just going to be honest with you. When I go and help them out, the longer you help them out, the longer we're going to do this and grow together and just kick ass. We're going to be a dominant force, not only in Canada but in America within the next 5 years. That's my prediction. Back to that content. We do it so well because of this team. Thanks to Jay Brody, Roddy Comer, Jeffrey, you name it. These guys are here for me every day. So it's not about me. It's about them. OxygenPlus.com, 95% pure oxygen in a can for a safer and healthier energy boost. Suck it up, babies. That's right. You go and get this product and it just makes you feel good. Yeah, you suck the can. Gives you oxygen. Think about it. We're not breathing pure oxygen most of the time. We're breathing a lot of shitty air. And you want to recover and you want to feel better with an OxygenPlus.com. Having it by your side is important. You think about your skiing maybe in high altitudes, and you can ski in high altitudes in this type of weather. Or if you're, just long, hard days working your balls off, you want it. Again, OxygenPlus.com. Go and get it right now. Thank you to ED1000.ca. This is a new hope for men suffering from erectile dysfunction. Go to ED1000.ca to find out more. I was going to say to feel more, which really, it's true. If you go to ED1000.ca, you will feel more. Because if it gets going again, you got more to hold on to.
Well, a lot of guys aren't feeling nothing lately.
Yeah.
They need ED1000 to feel anything.
Yes.
Nothing's working.
And then you'll be feeling it.
Yeah, and that helps with Tommy Schlong injuries, I read. As well.
It does, yes.
ED1000.ca, very good. It helps expedite the process after Tommy Schlong surgery. Go to ED1000.ca again. Let's be honest, dudes. It's a tough thing to talk about ED, but get it cured without and hopefully get it cured without pain or medication. As well, Alex Gore, he is a realtor, okay? The real estate market is basically a good bet in where you can make your money. I know in our area, I'm reading that there's certain suburbs in Toronto where people are being blown away in terms of they're getting over asking on their homes. It's crazy. It's great. And Jeff's parents went through it recently. Sold their home, got over asking. It was a shit home. No. But anyway, go to Alex Gore, alexgore.ca. He's your guy. Realtor for Royal LePage Signature, focusing on the GTA, and he can help you buy or sell that home anywhere in Canada because he's got this referral network. So thank you to him. And of course, Pizza. How can I forget about our friends at Pizza, who really, Pat, you guys are the best. So thank you very much to pizza.ca. Go online right now. Check out that large pizza, $13.99, 3 toppings, 3 free Coke, and you get this 2-for-1 Aerosports little coupon there. Read up all about that, where you can save up to another $18. It's amazing stuff. All at pizza.ca. Thank you to them. We'll be back in a second. We got Michael McCrudden. He's going to give us his Inform Overload update on the stupid shit going on in this world, on the internet. So thank you to Mike, and Boomer's here, so we'll bring him into we never know what's going to happen when Boomer's here. Jeffrey, Roddy?
Well, just north of Toronto is where Italians live, you'll see. And if you go up there, you better just be aware of a man named Jay Brody. Now Jason, he likes trouble. He stands about 5'6". Well, he smokes a vape and he should wear a cape, 'cause he is kryptonite to chicks. But he's bad, Jay Brody, the baddest man that I ever did see. A vaping all day long, and on occasion he will use a bong.
The Todd Shapiro Show has a phone line. The Todd Shapiro Show hopefully has a person to answer the phone line. Call them 1-844-887-7469. That's 1-844-TTS-SHOW and hit extension 2. And leave a message if they're too fucking lazy to pick up.
This is the Todd Shapiro Show. This is the Todd Shapiro Show on Sirius XM Radio. You are listening to the Todd Shapiro Show. It wouldn't be my first choice.
Hey, Brody, can you do me a favor? You know what I like? And after today, from now on, moving forward?
Sure.
I want you to play like a new song from our Sirius XM library here, like every time. Like
Done.
Done. Like, because I think it'll... Do we have another phoner lined up today? I hope not. I hope I don't mess this up, because we had Andy Kindler on, we had Jim Norton on, we got Michael McCrudden we got to get to, and now the phones are ringing again. The bat phone. Call us, by the way, 416-717-7777, 1-844. No, that number I'm losing because I haven't paid my bills, but I can't afford my bills on the phone line. 416-717-7777. I got 1% left, so call right now. We got Michael McCrudden. Who was that, Brody?
Oh, no, it was a wrong number.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, who was it?
Oh, it was just Jim Norton's PR lady wondering if the call went through.
Oh, good. She's checking in.
Yeah.
How nice is that?
All good.
And how awesome would it be to have a PR lady?
Well, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Before we get to McCrudden, Boomer's here. Boomer Phillips, you're getting a, you know what you're getting right now?
I'm getting some sort of like vibrating massage on my back, and it's the best thing I've ever had. What is this?
It's called back rubs for BJs. Brody's doing a new thing right now.
But what is the thing called? That's what it is? Back rubs for BJs? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this.
You said you did.
Is that like a sex toy, or is that a? Because that could be used as a sex toy. It is a sex toy.
It's a sex toy.
No, you used it on me too.
I did. I used it on all of you.
I know you used it on our new correspondent, Dad, brother, homie.
And surprise, surprise, and I used it on myself before the show.
How do you know it?
You did. You know what?
That's so wrong of you.
It's not wrong. Why did you trust me in the first place? That's your fault.
I I got burpees now on my
you got all
back.
kinds of burpees.
You know what? Keep going back and put it on my back again. I don't care if you touch all of your doms. Feels good.
Dat brother homie's a guy who followed me on Instagram. I followed him back, knew me from old career, follows his career. He's going to help with the show, help us out a lot. Alex Garcia's hanging out with. He's one of our sponsors. Come on the mic here. Come over here, Alex. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sun Life Financial. How's it's a scary time with the markets, but you're still helping guide people the right way, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of investments. Doesn't necessarily just have to be the stock market. There's a lot of ways people can invest. So still doing well.
Especially for your insurance needs, which is important. Alex.Garcia@sunlife.com, correct?
Yep, that's right. Or 416-898-5114.
Okay, 598 898 5114. Okay, I don't have it in front of me. And he's going to be giving us investment tips that we're going to play throughout the week starting September 8th. Boomer, we got to get them in 2 minutes, but how are you?
I'm awesome, buddy. I am awesome. I went for a nice 50K rollerblade with the girl today.
Whoa.
You know, got a nice little tan on.
50K.
50K.
50K?
50K.
Get the fuck out of here.
You get the fuck out of here. Oh, sorry.
How do you have energy to even say it like that?
I don't know, bud.
After 50K, I'd be dead.
No, man. It's awesome.
Where's 50? Can you give me
Port Credit. You get to Port Credit.
Yeah.
Mississauga.
I'm being too local now.
I know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Long Beach.
Yeah.
From LA to Long Beach.
Get the fuck.
No, you get the fuck.
Bro, was your who had shorter shorts? You or your girlfriend?
Oh, fuck, for sure. Okay. She wears no clothes.
Do guys just like totally watch
Absolutely.
her?
She loves it.
She loves it.
She likes the attention. All girls like attention, you know, and that's one of the things I stress. If you're not giving your girl attention, some other guy will. So always be courting your girlfriend.
I would say all girls. I wouldn't stare. I'd like everyone likes attention.
Everybody. I love attention.
Well, you need it. Okay.
I do. I thrive on it. Without it, it's like maple syrup for an elf.
Any big parts we're gonna see you into? It's like maple syrup for elf.
No, for elf. Yeah. You know, like fucking Will Ferrell reference. You know what? No, I'm not even going to talk about it because every time I talk about it, I get cut out of the movie and it sucks.
Okay.
But I got some big things for us that we're going to talk about after the show.
Really? You missed our big meeting today.
Dude, what was it like?
It was Jay?
No, I mean that. I care.
Ask Jay.
Because I told him I had an audition and then I just said I rollerbladed 50K.
Oh, yeah, you fucking asshole. I didn't even put two and two together.
I did. I had an audition and then I rollerbladed to 50K.
You can't do both.
No, you told me your audition was at 2 p.m.
Yeah, it got switched to 1. Call Terry. She's going to be your agent. She'll attest to this.
All right.
I swear to God. You're looking. I'm not going to break eye contact because I know that's one of the main things aligned. No, bud. I had an audition. Ask me what the audition was for.
Yeah, everyone knows what the audition was for that you had a couple days ago. It's fine.
Oh, that hurts.
What was the audition for?
McDonald's.
Now you won't get the part, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
See, there you go. There you go.
We got some karma here. Okay.
But you with McDonald's, you was telling me how much he hated chicken nuggets the other day, though. But I don't understand.
That's push. That is push.
That's low. I might even delay that.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Take that out. No, you love. And I will actually truthfully say this. We were hanging out at my house one day, and Jay, you were there with Elias Theodoro. And Elias came in, we're drinking carnival wine, and then Boomer came over with 94 cheeseburgers.
12. I always bring 12 cheeseburgers.
Okay. No, you brought for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, is that your move?
That's my move. Everybody brings booze. Like, you know, like if you're going to a big party, bring 50 cheeseburgers.
What a great idea.
You walk into a party, because everybody's fucking drinking. Everybody's got like whatever you got, like hanging out, chilling.
They don't pay us enough to promote them this much.
I remember
they don't pay us anything.
Real quick.
I just hope you get the part.
No, I just meant cheese. Like you bring cheeseburgers or food. Just bring food.
Sorry, real quick in defense of Boomer. Remember one time he told me to come over to his place. I knock on the door. He's like, just open the door, and he's just face down on his knees with his butt in the air, and he's like, want any cheeseburgers? Just reach in. It was a really weird situation, but they were still warm and fresh and delicious, and didn't even get that dirty considering where we kept them. So.
That's the beauty of the gaper. It's like the game of Operation, but it doesn't buzz when you hit the side. You can just stick a cheeseburger in my asshole.
You know, I hate to see the commercial you're doing called McGaper, but
Moving on.
McGaper with cheese. Okay. Micah McCrudden, we have 9 minutes to get in 3 stories, so you get paid from Inform Overload. What's going on in the world of the internet today?
You guys cover the MTV VMAs?
Yeah,
this
we can
weekend?
talk
It's
about. Let's
crazy,
talk about it, man.
You were saying something there about PR. That Justin Bieber's got the best PR team in the game with that fake riot.
Breaking down, he's playing a song, and I saw someone tweet out. I thought it was fucking hilarious because he had this like new haircut.
Yeah.
And I actually think he's a cool kid, dude. I think he's like one of the coolest kids in the world. And someone's like, "Yeah, you weren't comfortable with that haircut, so you had to put on a hat for your performance." So that's like a pretty funny thing. But anyway, so what do we have here? We had
So Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah. That's you're just mentioning it. We don't need to play it. Do we need to play it?
We got she was presenting her new music video, right? And the camera came in real close. All the beautiful girls. You got Cara Delevingne, Selena Gomez. That's her crew.
By the way, I think my wife looks like Cara Delevingne. By the way, like a lot
like her, yeah.
Like really, like almost like I'm not just saying like I got a hot wife. It's just weird how some people look. I'm like, I look at them like, it's Cara Delevingne.
I got a funny story about her.
My wife?
No.
How dare you? How dare you?
No.
God damn it.
She's that like total beauty queen, right? But I got a brother-in-law who worked on Suicide Squad, and apparently she goes around like just rolling cigarettes and like hobo clothing and shit. Like half the guys were like, "We thought she was on the crew, man. She was such a like."
She's just cool, like a real, like
British.
she's just a real like person. I love,
love
like,
it.
and actually, it's kind of like my wife. Like, she's like, she doesn't dress up or do any of that shit. Taylor Swift, she farts.
She dropped a big fart bomb, man.
Let's hear this.
Our third video working together, starring Scott Eastwood. Here's the video from Wildest Dreams.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
That was on the live broadcast. You go, there's all sorts of different copies, but then of course,
come on.
Third video working together, starring Scott Eastwood. Here's the video from Wildest Dreams.
And she does a little she bends over for it, right?
Is that someone manipulating that audio?
I don't know, man. She made a face and moved.
MTV had to do a statement about it.
Our third video working together, starring Scott Eastwood. Here's the video from Wildest
It looks
Dreams.
like not only did she fart, like it literally looks like she shit herself.
Yeah. Is it weird that I'm more attracted to her now? Because I am. That's a real thing, honestly. Way more
She'll probably
attracted.
write a hit song about that time she farted at the VMAs. She broke up with her fart. Oh, here.
Our third video working together, starring Scott Eastwood. Here's the video from Wildest Dreams.
The face of one of the models in the background goes from like smiley to like, oh my god. Yeah. Wow. I know you got to get in 3 stories, so well, we kind of did 2. What's another story?
The Macarena's making a big comeback.
Get out of here. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Why? Why are you happy about
because
that?
that's my generation, dude. I remember going to Manzanillo when I was 13 years old and doing the Macarena.
It was very popular with the younger generation,
I was
right?
40. I'm 42. That was like almost 30 years ago. Like I remember doing the Macarena and thought it was the cool. We did it at my bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing more Jewish than doing a Macarena. Do we have a clip of the Macarena?
Oh, we do. We gotta give it. See, listen, people are translating it now, and they're only now figuring out what these 2 guys were singing about.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it was, man, it's some nasty stuff.
70 million hits. I used to do this all the time, and then dry hump the couch right after. What does it mean?
I'll sing it to him. I gotta wait for the beat, right?
No, you don't have to do it on cue. Who cares?
All right. Give your body joy, Macarena, because your body is give. Hold on. I didn't get it.
Take 2 for Michael. Go.
Well, listen, it's these 2 guys here talking.
Do it. I'm gonna go. Just try. Ready? Right now.
Dun, 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 dun. Give your body Macarena, cause your body is to give you joy and good stuff. Give your body my joy, Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Macarena has a boyfriend whose name is my Vitorino. Then the flag, the oath the boy got with the 2 friends.
The flag?
I know, it's confusing, right? But if you sit down and go through it all, it's a story about the girlfriend cheating with 2 buddies and like how necessary it was for her to run off. And the guys singing it are probably the 2 guys who wrote the jam.
Jay taught me what this meant. I was really amazed. I had no idea. Jay just taught me this the other day.
This is Bailando by Enrique Iglesias. This is the English version, but the Spanish version has over 1 billion views.
1 billion views.
Really? Yeah, on YouTube.
And what does it mean?
Bailando. Can you play the hook real quick?
Yeah.
Bailando is what he sings throughout the whole song. And it literally just means dancing. He's just singing dancing.
Listen. Oh, I missed the chorus, didn't I?
He's got a great wig, eh? That's a wig.
Enrique?
Yep.
Come on.
Full on wig. Yeah, it's sick. I totally get it. Dancing?
That's literally dancing.
Dancing! Dancing!
Jazz hands.
Dancing! I wear a wig.
The best is Brody. The best is Brody signs all his emails off now. Bailando.
Yeah. I used to do best. Jay, now it's Bailando.
Sounds like a Mexican superhero.
The dancing man. McCrudden, last story here for Inform Load. What's going on in this world that we don't really care about?
We got another singer.
Like this. Listen.
I'm done with my singing.
For no reason today.
Sure. There's no reason. I'll go buy tomorrow.
Okay, I got two different ones. There's a guy singing at a dentist, or there's a guy who did an experiment where he drank alcohol and then he took LSD to see which one.
Second.
Yeah.
Who did that? Who did that actually?
Listen, the best part to me about it is the shirt he's wearing. It's a McMaster University sweater.
Really?
Hamilton!
I wonder, is that... because we had a guy with an idea like that. Are we getting another call live on the program? No, we can't be. Well, listen, this is an alcohol versus acid challenge. You can get it on Inform Overload, where Michael McCrudden is. We don't recommend doing that one at home. Maybe the alcohol, maybe leave the acid. Boomer, maybe leave the acid out of it.
I haven't done that in years.
What was surprising, though, is the guy who did acid actually fared better in the series of tests.
Really?
The guy who's,
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
He double parked and everything.
Steve Jobs said that one of the most important things he ever. Steve Jobs said one of the most important things he ever did was LSD because it opened up his mind and stuff.
That was Steven Seagal, Boomer.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
You can't mix Stevens up like that.
You are right. How can I be such an idiot?
All right, we gotta run.
He's always a chef.
Yeah, it's fucked. Hey, Michael McCrudden, Inform Overload. We love this guy. He brings in all these quirky stories, and he's a real good part of this team too. Thank you. One more thing before I go, and I gotta go real quick. Talking to teams, man. This road hockey to conquer cancer. We're doing it. We're involved with it. Come and join us. Team up to conquercancer.ca. Go to the ToddShapiroShow.com. Click on the top link. Donate to our cause. This is the deal. We're at $7,000. We're so close to our $10,000 goal. Help us and then help give back to the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation. It's on September 26th. We can still get one more person if you think can raise $500 to $750. Join our team. Play hockey with us. Save the goalie, which is Robert. Thank you to JerseyFactory.com for giving us those jerseys. It's going to be an awesome time. The road hockey to conquer cancer. We love you all. We'll be back tomorrow for a Bacardi Party Friday. Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Todd Shapiro Show. Big thank you to our sponsors, Pizza, 16-inch large pizza, 2 Dockmans, 3 cans of Coke, new funnel cake sticks, only $19.99. Pizza, Bacardi. Check out Bacardi's huge Pride, Fuego. Get your Fuego face going. Oh, Alex Garcia is right behind us. Good times. MGR Construction, Rentals and Reality, MGR-CS.com. Sundance Paw Stores, www.thesundancepawstore.com. Todd, and save $500 above and beyond any promotion for big savings. Dream Hot Tub, raise your company, shape your life. Oxygen Plus, Scottsdale.ca, Alex Gore, 81,000 in the road. I can conquer cancer. See you tomorrow in Bailando.
Yeah.